Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode weekly challenge. First question, left and right sum difference. So let us first see this question, then about the constraint, and then finally the coding part for the same. So here's so let us first read this question. So here, given a zero index integer array num, find a zero index integer array answer, where answer dot length equals to nums dot length, and answer of I equals to left sum of I minus right sum of I, where left sum of I is the sum of elements to the left of the index I in the array nums, and if there no such element exists, then left sum of I equals to 0. And then comes the part for right sum of I is the sum of elements right of the index I in the array nums. If there is no such element, then right sum of I equals to 0. And then at the end, we are required to return our answer. So the thing here is that at a particular index, means let us first see this example only, 10, 4, 8, 3. So at the 0 index, what we are required to do is whatever elements would be here and whatever elements would be here, means towards the left and towards the right. So what we are required to do is we are required to sum all these elements, and then whatever sum we will be obtaining, that we are required to just subtract. So that is the thing which we are required to do at each index. So basically at this 10, here there is no element, so that's why sum would be 0. And towards the right, there are 4 plus 8, that is 12, then 3, that would be 15. So that's why at this particular index our answer would be 15 minus 0, that is 15. So if we see for this particular index, so here 10 is there, here 8 plus 3 is there. So here the things would be 10 minus 8 plus 3, that would be basically 10, and then here 8 plus 2 and 11. Okay. So here it would be 11 and then answer would be 1. So basically at this particular index we will be having 1. So when it comes for the 8, so here there is 3 and here there is 14. So 14 minus 3, that would be 11. And here the thing would be here it is 0 and here it is 22. So that's why here the answer would be 22 minus 0. So one will be equal to 22. So like that only we got this particular array. So the thing here is that a particular index, whatever elements are towards the left, some of those elements, and whatever elements towards the right, some of those elements, we are required to subtract them. That's what we are required to do in this particular question. So like this, we are required to go ahead with each and every elements which are there in our input nums. So let us go ahead and check for the constraints. So constraints are pretty much good. So according to that, order of n or order of n log n solution would easily work here. So let us go ahead with the coding part for the same. So here the thing is I have taken answer and then prefix and then suffix. So basically I've taken these three arrays which are there, and then for prefix I'm taking prefix of 0 equals to nums of 0, so that whatever element is at the start, that I could fill here. And then for the suffix also, at the last whatever element is there, I am filling that towards the last of that suffix. Now I would be starting from I equals to 1. So because at prefix of 0 I've already filled my required element. So now for that first index which is there, so prefix of 1 would be equal to whatever was stored at the previous index, that is 0, and whatever element is there in my nums at presently, that I will be adding. And like this I will be moving ahead for other indices. So like this I will be filling up my prefix array. Then goes the part for the suffix. So for suffix, I'm starting from, rather than starting from nums.size minus 1, I'm starting from minus 2, because my nums.size minus 1 is already filled with the last element of my nums. So here I would be doing suffix of I plus 1, that is whatever element was there next to my present element, that I'm adding up to my present element, and that I'm storing in the suffix of, means my present index. Then whatever question has asked us to do is whatever are there towards the left of that index and whatever are there towards the right of that index, we are required to subtract them, and whatever difference basically the absolute difference which would be there, that we are required to store at this particular index of our answer. And then at the end, I'm returning the same. The way it was said in the question, we are required to do as it is because there are not much constraint for means what we say that because the constraints which are given to us are much lower, so that's why we are not required to use any sort of trick. We can directly go ahead with whatever question has asked us to do. So the time complexity here is order of n. As we can clearly see, this is also order of n, this is also order of n, this is also order of n, basically 3n. But if we basically the 3 which is there, that is of not much significance, so directly we can say it's order of n. And the space complexity here, that is also order of n because of these 3. So this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down, and let's move ahead for the next question in next video. So this was all. Thank you.